Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect Escapes. Today's beverage is a very filling strawberry shortcake protein drink shake type thing, half beverage, half physical nutrients. So welcome back to Prison Architect Escapes. This is a series where we attempt to break out facilities not made by me. This is Prisoner C, is prisoner number 4266782, and we're being escorted into what appears to be a very secure facility, but apparently it's a small and humane sci-fi facility that has a sort of, like I say, a sci-fi town type of feel. So I'm already seeing like the future pack stuff. We've got all of the skins for that one. We've got these advanced searchlights, lots of staff-only areas at the front here. We've got snipers, road gates with door servos. Oh yeah, we are not getting out the front. We got security, we have armory, we have doggos, we have tasers and body armor. I'm seeing a lot of the guards with certain ranks. We got checkpoints. This is very, very secure, but the main selling point, I think, is its a town type of look. So we're being brought in here, and let's see what it has to offer in terms of its design. I'm seeing like lots of staff-only areas down the bottom, like psychologist's office, other offices in general. We've got some canteen and kitchens there. We've got what appears to be this sort of street type of thing, and this street is quite interesting. So this sort of like a row of houses almost, and we're being escorted in to what is probably going to be one of the most luxurious cells you can find in any build. We've got a very big cell and our own canteen. We have luxury beds with pillows. We got windows to the outside. It's a very good size. It's got radios, painting easels. We've got what's a prayer mat, gym mat, like sort of study computer area over here. We've got big TVs, and we got sofas and all sorts. Basically, our own phone in here. We've got like this nice booth area and coffee and water and all sorts. Okay, so we're gonna have a look around and see how we can escape, and immediately that's gonna prove an issue. I mean, it looks like, oh yes, it's a nice luxury waterfront. Yeah, I mean it is, but also it's also a nightmare to dig through. I'm seeing a guard that's stationed there, which is curious, and there's another one patrolling. Not seeing any doggos, so it's fortuitous that we've been placed next to a laundry, so we might be able to dig out. It's not going to be easy, because that's a lot of foundation to dig through, followed by all the way to here, and then digging underwater and a perimeter wall. It's going to be not the longest tunnel we've ever dug, but probably one of the most difficult. Lots of guards streaming on the right here. We've got like a picnic area. We've got a gym, so there is another way to get a digging implement. I noticed that there's metal detectors on most of the buildings. In fact, we've got a metal detector inside our house, so we have to go through that in order to, get to where we can start digging. We've got a classroom area here. We've got some more houses. If we were here, this would probably be a lot better to tunnel out with. But then again, we're actually close to the supply of digging implements, which is all right. Got like a nice park, outside gym area type thing. You pull a bar and you push up stones there. We've got nice trees near the waterfront, and we're going to keep going down here. I'm trying to outrun Armand. Speaking of running, we are on a running track, which is why it's really quick to run. We've got common rooms. I like the life rings that are on here as well. We've also got some nice little deck chairs as well. And, very colourful forest. Appears to be, some sort of community centre, perhaps. We've got this. Oh, that's good. So instead of using, like, just windows, it's just a full glass panel for this, like, community building. I mean, it could be a library type of thing. You've got, what's that? Psychologist's office. Lots of books. I'm going to say that's like a library. This could also be an extension of that, where you've got computers and chess sets, and this is your common room with these. What are they actually called again? They're like the telephone booths, so they cater for family need and I think even freedom and other things like that. We've got some gnomes, lots of other housing as well. What's this? Is this like a security room? It could be. That's laundry. No, that's laundry. That one. Not laundry. That's mailroom. That is a mailroom. Okay, another little sort of discreet park gym type thing in between the houses. So it's got some definitely copy-paste clone stuff going on, but it's also not a grid. So it's striking a nice balance. There's no way I'm getting out through that front door. That is not happening. Okay, well, what I need to do is I need to farm some points because, among other things, I need swimming. And swimming is, well, it's pretty much mandatory for digging out of this facility. And I'll show you why in but a moment. We've got a sniper that's looking directly at us, although looks like I managed to evade that. And we've just been tasered. Okay, so we will skip punishments. I'm going to pick up swimmer and then really good at swimming. I guess I won't actually because I don't have the points for that. One of the things that might be... One of the things of note actually is that we've got this yard here as well. That security is good, but because of... Well, I think because of the size... and it's reasonably... It's not overly staffed. We're able to fight there and then stop. Like, we could fight and then we didn't surrender. Okay. Well, it's currently eat time. I'm going to head out to here. And we're going to pick up a rope. And we're going to think about... Yeah, it's going to be another... It's going to be a dig out. So the dig... I think is going to have to... There's going to be... There's multiple challenges, and it is going to be based on luck. This is a very secure facility. Lots of high-tech stuff in here. I wouldn't expect to just be able to run out the front door, nor am I even going to attempt it. But, also, escape via probably fire is also a non-starter. But what we could do is we could take things from... For example... from here and rush out and then stash it. That's something we could probably do. But the challenge are... There's a couple of major steps. The first step is probably digging from here, hopefully following a path of least resistance to the outside, probably down. Then straight across, which is actually relatively easy. Then the hard part... is digging across the water, and then the hardest part is digging underneath that foundation, which, incidentally, will take a lot of rope. So, hang on. Right-click, start tunnel. So actually, the path of least resistance is to the left here because it's following the... Even though it's under foundation... We're not going through a wall. But what we are doing is going through the pipework. Okay, we're going to follow the pipework. Oh, it ends there. Oh, do you know why it ends there? That is where the... I'm going to say showerhead. It's the fire suppression system. Yeah. Do I go around? I'm just going to go back. It's currently free time, but I don't think we'll have time to... I picked up Instigator, by the way. I meant to pick up Quick. So I've dug across and down to... I'm there. We could go around, but for the sake of ease, I'm just going to go down and across. So let's... Oh, I've triggered the metal detector. Okay, so that is a false flag. So what I'll do is I will stand here waiting for... Actually, yeah, might as well. So I'll get searched, and there you go. So I get searched. Nothing on me. And then there's the end of that. And now because it's sleep time, we're technically escorted to the coffee table. And then we'll sleep. Okay, so next morning we're going to do our usual, which is same thing we do every day. Not try to take over the world. If you know what that reference is, put them in the comments. Not exactly a new reference either. Anyway, let's, get more ropes. Looks like a lot of people are actually in the gym. And there's the rope. So we've got double rope. And we head back. I would really like... I'd really like to get sprint. It would just help out. But if I do anything now, it is possible they will search me. and then search this area. Okay. Well, let's hope that worker isn't any sort of snitch, because they're probably just that janitor. I think they probably saw us going under here. Maybe they just don't get paid enough to care. So this is now the easy part, right? Sorry, it's the easy part in digging for, like, getting to the edge. Like, this doesn't concern me. What concerns me is any doggo walking past. The difficult part is when we get to water. So at the moment we're digging underneath the we're digging underneath the path, and now we're coming towards the dock. Any second we will hit water. Then it becomes difficult, because it is water, but it's like concrete. It takes so much digging to go through that one. And remember, this is water on the inside of the facility, so digging through that and jumping out like we've done with the tunnel search escape trick is not a thing that we can utilise. Okay, fine. At least the regime is very lenient. That's the main takeaway here. Do I punch that and get a couple of trade points? No, I'm not going to risk it. I don't see any reason why I should risk that. So, looking around here, I'm not seeing anything in terms of digging implements. So, I am going to take a bit of a calculated risk. Is it calculated, or is it just stupid? So, we've got in here, we have the ability to pick up, say, this fork. And then when we come through here, we trip the metal detector. Now, I'm running along away from the central walking area, because if there's any guard coming for us, we'll see them following our path. Alright, so we come through here, we trip that again, and we right-click to enter the tunnel, we stash it, we come back out, and then we stand like we've done nothing wrong, because we actually haven't. It's obviously a false flag on the metal detector side. So, there will be a guard coming to check on us. Just depends on exactly where. We don't want to grab anything else. That is not something we need to have in our lives. I'm actually standing next to the patrol. Hello there. Yes, apparently I'm scheduled for a search, a shakedown, perhaps. Not of the property, of course. Just myself. No interest. Right. I was gonna say they're coming for us, but no, they're exhausted. The problem is now I can't do anything until I'm searched. Because I need to be searched and them to clear me of any wrongdoing before we continue on with the tunneling. And the tunnel, incidentally, is right there. Oh. So that is technically staff only. So if I go there, they could basically, yeah. Well, that'll make it immediately a search, and depending on the policy of the facility, search our cell. Oh, shakedown underway. What? Oh, nightmare. Question. Have you ever seen a shakedown in an escape attempt like this? Oh, no. Oh, no. Please be incompetent. They didn't find it. They didn't find it. Like, I'm serious. I can't remember shakedown underway being on an escape attempt. How curious. Well, they did search the toilet and they didn't find it. So it's pretty much like when I'm usually playing and we know that there's a tunnel. Oh, they're going back in the toilet. They went back in the toilet there, but I don't know if they found it. Anyway, yeah, it's getting shook down. Right, that has changed the dynamic of this escape now. Because at any point, my main concern was doggos. Any woofer that goes past, a canine unit. What'll happen is, well, they can detect the tunnel. And the other point at which they can detect the tunnel will be where they search and find it in the house. Let's go around there, which people said is a legitimate tactic to use. Yes, that's fine. But this is the curious one. The sort of shakedown. Okay. I really want to be sprinting at this point, by the way, but I can't. The main thing we needed is we needed the ability to swim, because you can tunnel while swimming. I mean, I'm trying to think of a bigger nightmare. Underground tunneling while it's also flooded. Yeah, that's something I really don't want to put too much thought into. But you can see we are able to tunnel. Actually, we're tunneling quite fast. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult to get through this. The difficult part will be tunneling through the perimeter wall. I like that we can see what's being found as well, which is why I think that is a bug. So it's 4 phones. Let me pause it. We got a club, 4 units of cell phones, rope, 4 oranges, 8 drinks, 6 kickers, which are the homemade narcotics in the game, and a stun baton. So prisoner Sears, we are heading towards the wall. We know that the perimeter wall is going to be in 2 tiles away. And 1, 2. Nope, we've run out. But you can see, even with maximum swim, just digging that little bit there, we got halfway through our, what would we call it? Our endurance? Yeah, okay. Well, we've dug quite far. That is quite a decent-sized tunnel. And it's through some walls and foundation and underwater. And then it's going to have to go through a perimeter wall, which will require that spoon and a lot more rope. So it won't have respawned by now. No. Okay. I mean, again, I'm tempted. I am tempted to try and nick something from here. But it was a bit too risky last time, because we triggered the metal detector and it was a long time before someone came along and was searching us. So my feeling is to not risk it, especially considering we've put a lot of work in here. We've dug quite a bit. There is this club, and it does say it's not a tool. It is definitely not a tool. I mean, I can try and use it as a tool. Do I just wait? I better wait for the respawn. There it is. That's why I turned around. I thought, you know what? It feels about time that was respawned. So we got a club, which, oh yeah, it definitely doesn't say digging tool, so I'm just going to dump that. Obviously a guard might have seen us do that, but it doesn't have any in-game effect. Because the rope has been respawned at the gym, we will also have one in the laundry. And here we go. So it's going to take at least 4 digging implements to get through that perimeter wall, if memory serves. This would be much quicker if I had if I had sprint instead of picking up instigator. So water, then the perimeter wall. That's a taser going off there in the background. So you see what happens is when we're in the tunnel, when we go into water, we start swimming, but it doesn't mean we can't then reselect the rope because we sort of stash it away. So here we go. You notice I've got no option to dig up when you're in water. It just can't happen. So we are now literally chipping away at concrete foundation, and we have to be very aware of the swim-o-meter. Also looks like they're hitting themselves on in the head with it every time they do that. So we need to get through the perimeter wall. We then need to get one more tile and then dig up and then out. So far though, even though, I mean, at any point this tunnel could be detected if a doggo goes past, or another search is taking place. But really nice design. I like the quirky. The more I do these escapes, the more I like the quirky designs, the ones that are thematic. So we've had your massive security facilities with, you know, hundreds of meters of open area and lots of snipers and barbed wire and electric fences and alligator filled electric moats with acid and volcano eruption, everything. We've had all of the security in the past. But when we get ones like this that are, I mean, it's not insecure. It's a noticeable effort to get out, and we lucked out by being placed here. If we were, say, here, I mean, you dig down and across, it actually wouldn't probably be a huge amount of work extra, but it's still going to be, you know, a bit of an issue. Anyway, it's currently eat time. I don't know if we'll be able to escape today. It's going to depend on if we can get through the perimeter wall with two more ropes. I mean, the kitchen's right there. There's at least 3 digging implements in that area that we could potentially get, but it's going to set the metal detectors off, and that's not my concern. It's if we don't stash things in time and then we get searched with stuff on us, then that is a problem. What is a curious thing though is that you can stash stuff anywhere, but if you've done a tunnel, you can't just stash it. So it is still eat time. Now, the regime is such that I think we have to go to bed at, was it 11? I think it was. I don't know what happens if we're in this tunnel when it gets to sleep time. I don't think they'll come looking for us. But then I'm also not 100% sure. What I'll do is, I mean, even if they do, they just have to find us and escort us. That's the thing there. Okay. Let's just get digging. Like I say, it's going to take a while to get through this anyway. So, digging away. We've got 2 ropes and a spoon left. Oh well. That's been a bit of Prison Architect Escapes. We got through it a lot easier than I thought. Was that a perimeter wall or just a standard wall? I think it was perimeter. That's Squad Sears, and total score 27. Time taken 1 day, 6 hours and 59 minutes. Would have been a bit quicker if I had picked up Sprint, but it didn't really matter. Okay, as design goes, it is actually very secure. Like, really, really secure. I don't even know if the AI would even think about tunneling under the water. Getting out the front is almost certainly a no-go. I didn't even... So once I saw all of the snipers and all of the stun battens and the armed guards and the checkpoints and the locked doors, it's like, nope, not even attempting that. However, tunneling out like we've done there, very possible, as proven here, but totally impractical if you are anything other than around the edges. Although a lot of them, obviously the ones at the top and bottom of the facility, they are naturally by design on the waterfront. So the chances are you're probably going to have a decent chance of being in a position to tunnel. Even if you are in the middle, you can just tunnel outside. There's a lot of like yard that you can tunnel through that probably won't be affected. What would fix this in its entirety? A couple of dog patrols. And this is almost inescapable. There'll be a couple of quirks naturally, but yeah, either way, I hope you have enjoyed this look at Prison Architect Escapes, and if you have any tips, comments, suggestions for this design in terms of different ways to escape and what you would like to, or what you would do, then by all means put them in the comments, and if you have any ideas for different designs, facilities, etc., would like to hear those too. As always, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.